Hey guys, so here, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be running the same team which I actually ran in the starting of the weekend, which was Tapu Fini, Giratina Altar and Tentacruel. I'm in love with this team because it is just performing so well. It's just very consistent as well. I think if you do not have a Tapu Fini build, I guess Jellicent is one more option that you can go, or you can try with Poliwrath as well. It does really good. So I would prefer that itself. So hopping on to the first one, we have Tapu Fini on the lead versus the Kyurem. Now I haven't seen this Pokemon since ages because Kyurem is a spicy pick for the meta, and it has access to Glaciate, which is a ice type charge move, and it has the 100% ability to drop your attack by 2 stages. Now I'm gonna be firing off the Moonblast straight away because even though with the attack drop, it's gonna hit like a truck. So they're gonna shield it. So we get the first shield. I'm gonna swap onto the Tentacruel because if I stay longer, it's not at all good for me, right? So another Glaciate comes through. We caught it on the Tentacruel and we brought an Excadrill this time around. Now this is really good. Having Excadrill on the field makes our Giratina altered in the back really easy, right? Because we will be doing a lot of resisted damage with the Dragon Claw and Ancient Power. We let the Drill Run go through, and my hope is to get to a Scald in time, but unfortunately we didn't get to it. So now, since we have 2 shields and still we have Tapu Fini ready to go, so what I'm going to do here is I need to give up 2 shields on the Excadrill, and I need to make sure that I land a Moonblast to the Kyurem. So this was my mistake as well, but we lose the CMP tie as well. But here what I thought was, if I catch a Drill Run on the Giratina altar, that would be ideal, I thought, but I just fired off because I don't want this extra drill to be creating a havoc around me, so that's the reason I just fire off. Kyurem is gonna come in, I think it's gonna go for a Glaciate, but they make a beautiful catch onto the Oho. They caught the resisted charge move, which was beautiful. So I'm gonna swap straight away onto the Giratina altered. I need to be really careful about my charge move timing because I should not give them an incinerate for free. So I'm gonna be firing off these ancient powers, and ancient power gets one shot boom. And Kyurem here is gonna go for a Glaciate, but Giratina Altered is such a tank in the Ultra League that it can just withstand anything. So one Glaciate is just not enough, and but one Dragon Claw is gonna get this Kyurem completely low, where we can just Shadow Claw it down from here. And even another Glaciate we could have come in with the Tapu Fini and Water Gun down. So that's a good game to my opponent. So hopping onto the next one, we have Tapu Fini on the lead versus the Walrein this time around. So as soon as I see Walrein, I remember the classic team, which is Walrein, Swampert, and Charizard. So I'm gonna play to that because if it's the team, I'm gonna be having a really good time. So I'm gonna just let it go the first move. It's an Icicle Spear Shield Bait. I'm completely fine. Even if it's an Earthquake, Tapu Fini is really bulky. It can hang around. I'm gonna go straight for the Moonblast, and we get the first shield. Now, my opponent shielded the Moonblast because Walrein could have been survived easily, and it could have been fired another charge move. So I'm gonna let it go. It's another Icicle Spear Shield Bait, and they are firing off. I thought it was a little early for an Earthquake, but unfortunately I was wrong. It was an Earthquake and we go down. But I'm not afraid of coming in with the Giratina altered here, and I will catch the Icicle Spear onto the Tentacruel. Now this is really important because I need to distribute the energy on my team, because still, Walrein is a really good counter. And they come in with a Golisopod here. I'm completely fine with it. This is the reason why I have Sludge Wave on the back end, right? Because Liquidation is not very effective and Aerial Ace is neutral. And Shadow Claw is not doing that much damage. Tentacruel is very bulky here. And Sludge Wave is gonna land, and I think they do fire off another charge move, which is completely fine by me. If the Walrein decides to come in, I can hang around an Icicle Spear, I guess, from this range, maybe, I guess, but they actually come in with a Virizion. And I decide to shield because the reason why I decide to shield is I want to bank a Sludge Wave, and since I got a defense drop, I'm gonna swap onto the Giratina Altar, get ahead on energy, and I'm gonna fire off this Ancient Powers, and I do get the final shield from the Walrein. And I'm gonna fire off another Ancient Power. So here, my job is done. Giratina Altered has done a really good job here. They're gonna throw the Icicle Spear. I think Icicle Spear was the hardest hitting move left in the game because Virizion's Leaf Blade or Stone Edge or Sacred Sword or whatever it is, everything is resisted. And even I have the Sludge Wave banked on the Tentacruel ready to go. So from here I cannot lose, and my opponent also knows it. He just conceives the game. So that's a good game to my opponent. So this is what you need to team read. I actually anticipated Charizard and Swampert. We are completely wrong, but still it was a water in the back, which was Golisopod. So our one anticipation was perfectly right. So hopping on to the next one, we have Tapu Fini on the lead versus Swampert this time around. Now Swampert, it is, come on, it's a really good Pokemon. I think it is a Pokemon which shines in all the leagues, I guess, even in the specialty cups as well. So I'm gonna throw away the serve straight away. Okay, we get him low. And as soon as I see the Swampert, I think there is a flyer in the back. This is very old, classic, once again, team building strategies which Swampert has because it's weak to grass four times. So that's the reason there might be a flyer, or there might be something else which covers the grass in types of fire, like a Charizard as well. So I'm going to go ahead and catch the Hydro Cannon onto Giratina Altered, and they swap a Walrein. Now, once again, another team read is I'm reading Charizard in the back because once again we got two dices of the puzzle and we do get the boost as well. Giratina Altered with the boost is something that you need to be feared about because it's gonna ramp up soon. Now we're gonna see how these Dragon Claws are gonna hit like a truck, and I guess my opponent decides to respect the damage as well. No, it just lets it go, and now they need to throw, or else I'm not gonna be letting them take the switch. So they're gonna throw the icicles where I'm completely fine. I'm gonna come in with the Tentacruel and I'm gonna hard farm, and we do get the farm down here. We are still down on shield, but there is obviously the Charizard in the back. I guess that's the reason why they surrender. It's not gonna happen. Charizard with even two shields is not gonna take down a Tapu Fini and a Tentacruel. It's gonna be having a really bad time. So that's the reason my opponent decided to surrender. So that's a good game. I think 100% there was a Charizard in the back. Okay, hopping on to the next one, we have Tapu Fini versus a Dragonite. So really good lead. I come in with the Tentacruel. I guess I should have come in with the Giratina Altered here. Slight misplay by me because Giratina Altered would have resisted everything. I mean, Rock Slide also wouldn't have gone too much, but my opponent actually decides to surrender. I don't know why. So, good game. So these are some quick battles as well. I guess we are still okay. We're 7.5 minutes in the video, and people are surrendering then and there. This is not good, and that's how good this team is. And once again, a Walrein. I saw a lot of Walreins because Walrein, when it got access to Icicle Spear, I guess that thing was everywhere. And that's the reason why Niantic went ahead and nerfed it. So, yep. Now, Walrein is going to go ahead and throw the Earthquake. I'm completely fine with that. I'm going to go and throw away the Moonblast, which is going to land for some good neutral damage. And my hope is to catch a charge move, or I'm going to let the Tapu Fini go down, but we do get to the surf in time. Now, if my opponent is really good, he would have let this go, but he actually shields because surf from that range is also, I think that was not enough to KO. Yes, absolutely. But I'm happy with getting a shield, and now I can come in with the Giratina or the Tentacruel. I can load up on energy. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just bank a Dragon Claw, catch the resisted charge move on the Tentacruel. I mean, this is something which I love doing. It's really easy to catch the charge move on the Walrein, and we do draw out a Cobalion. Now, Cobalion is not the hardest answer for a Tentacruel, to be honest. That means they're really weak in the back to Tentacruel, so that's the reason why they actually come in with the Cobalion, because they're not doing super effective or neutral damage from their fast move and charge move as well. Sacred Sword Stone Edge is just neutral. So what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to double shield here. Yes, I'm going to double shield here, and I'm going to throw these Scalds because if Scald applies the debuff, it's going to be even more difficult for the Cobalion to take down my Tentacruel, and here I can swap into my Giratina Altered, and I can easily soak the Stone Edge here, and I want to see what's in the back there because they're so afraid of Tentacruel, but and in the back it's a Trevenant. That's the reason why I didn't come in with the Trevenant against the Tentacruel. So, but these Dragon Claws as well will start to add up eventually because Giratina is something which is really spammy with its moveset, and Dragon Claw is already got this Trevenant pretty low, around, let's say, red health. Yeah, so they need to throw, they are desperate to throw as well. So unfortunately for my opponent here, I think he's not going to have a good time facing me, and even the Shadow Ball from this range is actually not into KO. I guess Tentacruel survives with a HP, but they actually go for a seed bomb. They did not have enough for the so as well. And here, this was a pretty dicey game as well. I forgot about how much energy the Wolverine had. I could have easily farmed down, but yeah, we're still able to take that game. So really, it got pretty dicey in the end for sure. I got pretty uh, tensed, but it's fine. So that's a really good game. So these are the results what we got. 5-0. It's very simple. And I'm gonna see you in the next video.